You ever get that feeling that the universe is trying to tell you something? Like there's this hidden pattern, a secret language, but it's not written in words. It's in symbols and weird coincidences and these unexpected encounters. Well, today, we're going to try and decode that exact language. It's a hidden principle, and it's called synchronicity.
I mean, come on, we've all been there, right? You're thinking about an old friend, and bam, your phone buzzes and it's them. Or maybe you open a book to a totally random page and find the exact piece of advice you needed in that moment. It's those little series of events that are so precise they almost feel planned. If any of that rings a bell, then you are definitely in the right place.
And no, you're not just imagining it. There's this idea that an invisible fabric connects our thoughts, events, and all this energy around us. It's like the universe has this way of whispering to us through these meaningful coincidences. And this whole thing has a name, synchronicity. And trust me, it's way more than just random luck.
To really get this, you have to look past the idea of just random chance. This is about a pretty deep spiritual idea that everything we see happening out here in the physical world has a root somewhere in the invisible world. So let's take a quick look back and see where this powerful idea even came from.
This idea is seriously ancient. Back in ancient Greece, they talked about the Fates, the Moirai, who were literally weaving this cosmic tapestry of life. And over in Eastern traditions, you have karma, which isn't just a simple you do good, you get good thing. It's more like a whole vibrational web. And of course, the Taoists talked about flowing in harmony with the cosmos. But it wasn't until the 20th century that this idea got the name we use today.
And that name came from the brilliant psychiatrist Carl Jung. He's the one who coined the term synchronicity. He actually saw it happening with his patients. There's this famous story about a patient describing a dream she had about a golden scarab beetle. And right at that moment, a beetle almost exactly like it started tapping on his office window. For Jung, that was it. It was like a bridge, a way for our inner world, our soul, to communicate with the universe itself.
So, okay, how does this invisible dance actually happen? Is there some kind of mechanism behind it? Let's pull back the curtain a little bit, because how it's all believed to work is, well, it's pretty fascinating.
Okay, I want you to try and picture this. Think of reality not as a bunch of separate things, but as one huge living web of pure energy. Everything is connected to everything else. And just like when you drop a stone in a pond, every single thought you have, every feeling, it sends ripples out across this entire web. You're not just sitting on the sidelines watching, you're an active part of it, constantly sending and receiving signals.
It basically works like a cosmic conversation. So first, your inner world, your thoughts, your feelings, your real intentions, sends out a vibration. Think of it like a call you're sending out into that web. Second, the web, which is totally alive and responsive, it resonates with your call. It actually looks for an echo. And third, that echo bounces back to you in the physical world. It shows up as an event or a person or message that perfectly mirrors what was going on inside you.
And this is the really crucial part. This goes way deeper than just positive thinking. This isn't about attracting something you just casually think about for a second. It's about attracting what you are, at your absolute core level of consciousness. The universe is responding to the frequency of your entire being. So if you're vibrating with peace, you're going to attract reflections of that peace.
But, and this is a big but, it's not always that simple. I mean, it's really easy to get excited about the idea of cosmic signs, but we also have to be smart about it. Not every weird coincidence is a green light from the universe. Sometimes it's something a lot more complicated.
And this is one of the most important questions you can ask on this kind of journey. How do you tell the difference between a real, authentic signal and just a projection of your own ego, or your fears, or what you want to be true? The more we anxiously look for signs, the more we can actually end up forcing them, and then they're not authentic at all.
The real key to telling them apart isn't really about the event itself. It's about the feeling it creates inside of you. Just look at the contrast here. A true synchronicity brings this profound sense of clarity and peace. There's no anxiety. It feels like a quiet, serene certainty. But an illusion, that often feels like an urgent, almost obsessive need. It pushes you to just act blindly, whereas a real sign just kind of invites you to look a little deeper. And this brings us to an even deeper level. Sometimes the universe isn't a gentle guide. Sometimes it's a brutally honest mirror. Like when a person shows up in your life and they trigger all your old painful patterns. It might feel like destiny, but really it's just reopening old wounds. Now, this isn't a false sign. It's just a really, really honest one, showing you exactly what part of you still needs some work.
So, knowing all of this, how can we start to cultivate this connection? How do we tune our own frequency so we can live in this state of flow? without, falling into superstition? Well, it really all comes down to building a daily practice.
The first step is pretty simple. Just be present. The universe is always talking, but most of the time we're just not listening. So cultivate mindful attention. Maybe keep a journal to track these little events and see if patterns start to emerge over time. And learn to tell the difference between that quiet voice of intuition and the loud, anxious noise of your own assumptions. And this is huge. Live with purpose. Synchronicity doesn't replace your free will, it actually strengthens it. And finally, just practice gratitude. An attuned soul can hear even the quietest whispers.
When you start to live this way, your entire view of reality just shifts. You stop waiting around for miracles because you realize that just living with this awareness is the miracle. What used to seem like a random coincidence now starts to reveal a clear pattern. Chance becomes certainty, and what you used to call randomness, well, that turns out to be destiny in motion.
So, in the end, synchronicity isn't just some cool concept to understand. It's a reality to be lived. It's an invitation to see that you are never alone, you're never forgotten. You are a vital part of a conscious, living, responsive cosmos. The conversation has already started. The only question left is, are you ready to truly listen?